Here.
This is the moment I learned I love my wife more than she loves me. And that hurts.
Sometimes the internet has a hard time understanding unconventional relationships. Okay? They jump to conclusions about certain things. Okay? Diddy, Cassie, other people, maybe on this podcast. You don't know anything.
Dude, jury selection must have been fire.
Sorry, exactly. You're Cassie. Yeah, you are 100% Cassie.
Oh, man.
Alright, so it appears that Akaash Singh's soul has officially left his body recently, because it seems that he's just now starting to realize that no one's ever gonna forget the brutal humiliation ritual that his wife performed on him last month, which happened to go so massively viral that now every single comment section under anything he does online is just flooded with people clowning on him and his wife. So as a result of that, he's now become a hollow shell of his former self. Even his fake laugh doesn't sound the same anymore.
Weapon!
Yes,
Sealed weapon!
Getting so
That means the government thinks I'm safe.
All right, so you can carry a. When does that come in? Actually,
He's not getting a gun.
They're still
No, he
doing
did an
more
appointment.
background checks.
It's not gonna happen.
You have to write a letter for me.
but don't.
Wait, why is he?
So kinda like Will and Jada Pinkett Smith, this will likely define the rest of Akaash Singh's comedy career, as his wife gave the world a lifetime supply of ammunition to go at Akaash with. And it's gotten so
That's a
out of
funny
control
edit.
at this point that it's
just
even
all sitting
affecting
there
the
laughing at
Flagrant
him.
podcast too, because every episode that came out after that story has been downvoted into oblivion, partly due to them not speaking about it at all, and partly due to the podcast where they addressed it, which was completely pathetic and
What
really
was that
didn't do
about? What was
anything
that about
but
having
make things
security?
worse for Akaash. Like they just let the wife, Jasleen, lie and gaslight her way out of the entire thing. I mean, she literally had an excuse for just about everything she said to tarnish the man's
did.
reputation,
It sounded like they
especially
won
when she
over it.
claimed to have only kissed the guys she was with in college before she met
Is that a real
Akaash,
photo?
even though there are countless videos online of her talking about going further in bed with them.
Have a roster of frat boys.
But
What does a roster mean?
so it didn't actually translate to a roster. It just meant like two guys I was talking to and flirting with at the same time. That's it.
That's all.
Yeah.
And when you say hooking up, I think people
When
think you
I
meant
mean hooking up, I just meant making out. Again,
Because when I was in college, I dated this guy. You know, he didn't want to fool around when I was on like the heaviest days of my period. Okay, totally understandable. I get that. And I was like, oh, great. Good news. My period ended. Like, we can like have fun tonight, blah, blah. And he was going down on me. Like, wouldn't you know it, I was still spotting. And also, if you're like poking around down there, like more blood can sometimes come out even
Yeah.
if your period is over. And I swear to God, like
You're right.
I thought my period was done.
I'm not a
She's
rich
right.
man. I'm a poor man. And that never bothered me.
I'm a man that's fighting for everything that he owns.
And so
Hey, if you want to be honest, the more you're in there after it just happened, the higher the chances of it peaking. It just is what it is. That's why you don't do that. Hey, listen, you just got done with that. You don't do that. It's just crazy to me though how like he has too many friends on the podcast and for one of them to not sit him down, just come over with a 24 pack of can of beers, put a game on and just tell him the truth. Like there's no way I'm letting my man believe. Like bro, how can one video be out and then the other video? How can these two videos coexist? One is, you know, I was on my period so we couldn't fool around. And then the other video is, yeah, to me, fooling around just means kissing. It's like, bro, it's a walking contradiction. And as my friend, I just want to make sure you know she's not fooling us. But I got to make sure you're not fooled. I get it. It's not as easy as, oh yeah, I'll pack my bags, I'm out of here. Because you're married to her. She'll take a lot of your stuff, a lot of your hard work, hard-earned things. I get that it's not easy to just walk out. And on top of that, I'm not even telling you to walk out. That's a decision only you can make. Because I'm not living with the decision so that you can go through life saying, oh, she was the one for me. But if you wouldn't have convinced me to leave, I just want to make sure I can say, as my friend, He's not no fool. It's not like she got him fooled. He knows if he stays, he stays.
Was the lie that may have triggered the most people, because out of all the terrible things that she did to Akaash, the craziest one was that she made him believe that they were both virgins up until marriage, which doesn't really seem true just based off that TikTok alone.
Just
and of
that
course
TikTok
it could
alone,
be, but
and there's way
it's
more.
probably not.
My wife also hadn't had any sexual partners, so that helped us connect a lot more.
Now, let me ask you this:
And
do you believe her?
I like that guy.
Also, what made that
Get him on the
podcast
Shane Gillis
even worse
podcast,
was that
or
the
have
other
Shane on
co-hosts
his.
couldn't help but join in on the ritual with Jasleen.
What's his favorite position?
Oh, you guys got a lot of.
You don't have to answer. Yo, fellas, you don't have to answer.
I got one to know.
See, guys, this is
Okay,
how
I'll tell
comfortable. What?
So that whole podcast didn't really do anything for Akaash at all. It really just made him look worse. So since then, in every podcast they posted on their YouTube and Patreon, it's almost like they're tiptoeing around eggshells with Akaash about it too, as he's clearly super sensitive about it and probably requested that they never bring it up again. Because there's truly no way Akaash looks good in this scenario. So I guess he'd rather just pretend everything's fine while his wife maintains complete control over his finances, bosses him around and belittles him, and refuses to kiss him in public and dodges him whenever he tries still.
Big enough for you to shut up every time I tell you.
Thank you so much. What do you say?
So, all in all, that woman assassinated Akaash's character, all for the sake of trying to become an influencer. But the most miserable part about it all is that Akaash is completely fine with all the mistreatment, which just tells you that the man is pretty spineless, and that he'd never truly stick up for himself. Like everyone in the world is stepping all over this guy now, including Akaash's very own wife and co-hosts, and yet he doesn't do anything to stop them, which probably means that this guy's grown used to being a human punching bag. I mean, he's been putting up with this monster for years behind closed doors, letting her drive him completely insane. Sometimes even to the point where he'd, quote, hit himself like a maniac.
She never felt unsafe like I would hit her. Sure. But
Hey, Oshkosh, this situation is so bad. I can't act like I don't care about a fellow brother. I don't care. I don't care if our skin is not the same, our last names are completely different. Seeing a man be treated like that and knowing it's not like it's a broke guy and it's like, I mean, she's giving you some. You know what I mean? Like, you got some hope, brother. There's guys out here who are doing as bad as you and getting none. It's not a broke guy. It's a guy who worked hard and has success, and he's dealing with this. But believe it or not, his situation is so bad. It's worse than that clip I've seen, and I know you've seen it too, where that lady was like, stop breathing so heavy. That's what she said to her husband, chat. Lost for words. ZZ's. She wants that man to take a dirt nap. Stop breathing next to me so loud. In front of camera, in front of company. There was cameras, chat. They were recording a television show, and it was you know, when they have their little sit downs like confessionals, I guess, when Real World was a thing. That's what I would compare it to, confessionals. She told her husband, the man she's supposed to grow old with, love till death do us part. She told that man, stop breathing so loud. That man looked at her like, are you kidding me? Like, I know you do that when no one's here, but in front of the company, in front of a camera? What a good man. But then there's good men, and then there's... Dang, bro, I hate to talk like that about a fellow brother. It's not like he's an enemy or against me. He's nobody to me, a stranger, but he's being weak. There's no other way to put it. As much as I want to throw him a brotherhood lifeline, I can't. There's good men and then there's weak. And he's weak because maybe he feels maybe he had it hard. Maybe he doesn't want to be like his father before him. Or maybe the opposite. Maybe he's seen his pops go through it and he just looks at it like, women are going to be hard on you. I don't know. I don't know if maybe that's the only way he feels loved. But he didn't even look over her and say anything. He said nothing. He didn't say, are you okay? He didn't say, you want me to stop breathing? He didn't make a joke. He said nothing. And it's people like that. And it's so crazy how women can be so cold. And that's why when I see this, she's pretty. Say what y'all want. Yeah, she was getting fraternity passed around, most likely. It came out her own mouth. When I was popping my, and she could pretend it means something different all of a sudden. It's crazy. If you want to know how much she feels like she has Oshkosh in the palm of her hands, imagine a woman who convinced a man that she's a virgin, got married by said man, and even while living under his roof and having convinced him that she was a virgin, she has no problem making TikToks like this. A man would never. If a man got a woman, she got a lot of money, she's pretty, he bagged a woman, he was living under her roof, she pays most of the bills, he barely does nothing, probably dishes, and even then he probably barely gets by with dishes. He does it when she's really complaining or something. If a man had a situation like that he cooked up, that the good Lord just let it fall on his lap, not only would he not be embarrassing her like this, and I know there's going to be women that would be like, he'd probably be cheating on her anyways. Okay, fine. But not only would he not be embarrassing her, he wouldn't get caught. Like, he wouldn't go make a TikTok and say, when I was taking him down in college. He wouldn't do that. Because he'd be thinking, well, I don't want her to see it. She thinks I was a virgin. Because that might hurt her. If nothing more, it'll embarrass her. And it'll show her I lied. Like, he would be thinking that. Why? Not because he's scared of her. Not because he thinks she's going to do anything. But it's just the bare minimum respect of just saying, I lied to her. I kind of tricked her into thinking I was. Let me not get caught. It just shows everything you need to know. She don't even care if she don't even care if he goes, what is this? What is this? You were popping your what? I thought you said you were a virgin. She don't even care. She knows she got him in the palm of her hand. She'll just probably go, oh, that's not what I meant. Meanwhile, she wanted everyone on TikTok to know exactly that is what she meant. She had no problem with the world going, oh, she was a little freak in college. But if her man comes and sees it, she'll just go, oh, that's just content. That's how much you could see she has him in the palm of her hands. And as a fellow brother, I just feel like, bro, get out while you can.
I like it myself.
Get out while you still have your youth. Freak the money. Get out while you still have your youth. Get out while you still got money. Yeah, she'll take some, but at least you'll still have some to enjoy yourself and your next woman. Get out while you got your youth. Get out while you still got money. Get out while you still have your strength. Kind of goes with youth. Like, you're still young and you still feel good. You still wake up in the morning. You hit the gym, and a year from now you'll be feeling good. You don't want to get out when she's ran you dry. I mean, you're tired. You just want to go. You just want to get away from her. You don't even want you don't even want to get in a relationship. You just want to be left alone. Like, don't let her drain you of your energy.
Couple of times like a fucking maniac, and like, that's not gonna make you feel safe either.
No.
Another thing that's adding to Akaash's new petrified, soulless appearance is the sheer fact that this story became the biggest story online for like a week or two last December. It was pretty much like Akaash's Hawk Tuah moment, but instead of boosting his career, it thoroughly destroyed it. I mean, nearly every commentary YouTuber from every corner of the internet made a video about it. And usually with a story this big, there's always different opinions and multiple ways of looking at it, but this situation was one of the rare times in history where everyone unanimously agreed that Akaash needs to get away from this woman immediately. So then when he didn't do that and proceeded to defend her and believe her lies, of course people are now tearing him apart. I mean, even his own peers in the comedy world are doing that.
Hungry Root makes sticking to my anti-inflammatory diet so easy. I just started an anti-inflammatory diet and
These other people is that I own who I am. I don't pretend to not be what I'm like. What's your name? Ellen.
Oh. What's your name?
Ellen pretended to be like a nice fucking, and then behind the scenes she was a Louis J. Gomez.
Like, I'll just leave.
Yeah, exactly.
Just see my way out.
Oh, he's cute.
All right.
Oh, thanks, man.
Hey, how you doing?
Got a show tonight.
Is that Akaash's wife?
Yeah, take it easy on that.
Sorry.
Jules would never.
Consuming a lot of that content.
Yeah. Are you liking all that stuff?
Oh my god, I'm jerking off. I got no back here.
You got no back, buddy.
How's that going?
So yeah, I mean, if comics are talking
Pull
about it
it
like
up.
this on podcasts, one can only
I've just
imagine
been
how they
stroking
speak
it.
about it
Pull
in
it
private.
up.
Like Akaash Singh is the joke now, and it'll probably be this way for the rest of his career, especially because of how big the entire thing's gotten. I mean, everyone was talking about it. Even the journalists on the New York Times panel that Andrew Schultz did last month asked him about it.
Yeah, I'm texting y'all like, yo, Akaash good, yo. Akaash good, yo.
I had a lot of people reach out. And
Yes.
that's how I knew it was getting fucked up with like people that are not connected to this at all were messaging me, yo, is Akaash okay?
Bruh. This is the first Thanksgiving I had that didn't end in an argument because 3 hours was just talking about that whole situation.
Really? Yeah. Because it's just like the situation got its own like reality.
I don't know if bro is a comedian. I know that a lot of these guys, they're funny. Charlamagne's funny. I mean, Charlamagne was funny before people were really taking it too far back then. He was funny. You know, Andrew's funny. I watch him. I enjoy him on Tires. I've seen his crowd work. I don't know if that guy's a comedian. He's in a friend group. I'm going to assume he's probably, you know, funny. Funny guys tend to hang around with funny people. Funny people. People helping people. People helping people. I have to name the podcast that. Chat. Stay focused. What are we talking about? Oh, yeah. That guy just, I don't know if he's being funny, maybe. But he just exposed, like, a dark side of his life. Like, you know, he thought he was, like, flexing on us. Or making a joke about, yeah, it's the talk of the town at my house. Meanwhile, he just told us his last 8 Thanksgiving, or however long he'd been with this woman, have just ended miserably. This was the first one, and we didn't argue.
And then once it takes its own reality.
You know how when you realize it's dumb, you realize it's dumb when you're sitting around trying to explain it to somebody else? Because we even at the panel today, you got all of these distinguished journalists.
Oh, yeah.
Who just know they've been hearing something. So they're like,
these are the most refined journalists in America all sitting around, and I'm just like, all right, so here's what actually happened. And we just, the editor of the New Yorker.
Wait, that came up at the panel?
Before the panel.
Damn.
And I'm listening to this show talk, so I'm like, oh, so wait, she wasn't talking about sleeping with other guys?
Exactly.
And Andrew was like, no, you know, she just saying she popped that thing. And Stephanie goes,
Charlamagne, call that
this
out.
whole story broke roughly 2 months ago now. It's really all anyone can talk about in Akaash's comments still. But with that being said, this disrespect from Jocelyn is nothing new to Akaash. And once you learn that this has been happening to him for 15 years, when you go back to watch his latest special, which is literally titled Gaslit, everything he talks about just makes so much more sense. Like the special wasn't really him telling jokes or even doing comedy. He was actually just venting and letting out his anger at his wife in the only way he knows how. Like he had this one joke in there about how he desperately craves being away from her, acting as if every husband in the world relates to this dream of sending their wives away on vacation, just so they can get some peace and quiet alone at home.
Marriage is a job.
Yeah.
Well, every good job gives you 2 weeks vacation.
Indeed.
And if you have a good man, I promise you I know what his dream vacation is. Because every good guy's dream vacation is your vacation.
Yeah.
Go somewhere.
Anywhere.
Go anywhere you want.
Right.
I will take out a mortgage to pay for it.
Second mortgage on the house. Just go.
Look, a shitty guy might want to go on his own vacation, cheat on you with another woman. I would never do that. I just want to cheat on you with solitude.
So just remember that this was way back before any of this stuff about his wife came out. So at the time, it did seem exaggerated, but now you can tell that he was genuinely angry here. And I get that he's a comedian and all, and that comedians amp up their emotions on stage, but being that his wife is the actual spawn of the devil, the anger here feels kind of proportional to that. Like whenever he complained about Jocelyn in this special, you could tell that he was actually getting angry thinking about her. I mean, he dedicated the the entire premise of the special to her and all the things that she does to drive him insane, which is honestly pretty funny when you think about it. Like, comedians usually talk about their lives and their specials and have a bunch of little stories tied together, usually titling it something vague like Teacher, but this guy's special was mainly about how he hates his wife. And again, it's literally titled Gaslit, so you just know that she's consumed every fiber of his being.
I've seen plenty of power banks over my 15 years of reviewing tech, but this Ridge one quickly became a favorite.
So this?
Why?
This is the moment I learned I love my wife more than she loves me. And that hurts.
It does.
Because like I said earlier, marriage is a job, and we are managers at this marriage. And our primary job is to meet each other's needs. My wife has emotional needs I have to meet every single day. I have to talk to my wife every single day. And I don't mean casual conversation, that's easy. No, this is put my phone away. Make deep eye contact. Emotional engagement, thoughtful response.
As crazy as it is to see this special now, I feel like this was the smartest thing he could have done. He turned his anger and frustration for his wife into a professionally shot stand-up comedy special, which probably earned him an ungodly amount of money and opportunities. So at the very least, you could applaud him on that, but being that his wife flushes a lot of that money down the drain, it's not really saying much. Speaking of Akaash's wife, she actually seems fine. Like, she's still blowing his money, doing nothing to contribute to Akaash's life, and is still making insufferable TikTok videos. She did, however, stop doing her podcast, and she did turn off all her comments to everything she posts.
I have some advice for other creators.
Please
and
don't.
Also myself,
Please
because I used to
don't give any advice.
I used to reply to all these hate comments and be like, bitch, because I thought it was just like funny, and I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna let people think that I let this shit fly. Like, I want to be known for defending myself. But at a certain point,
I like how she's on a hammock,
are baiting you,
living her best life.
It's a form of control and manipulation.
Husbands in damage
sick,
control.
Twisted game to them. God knows what they get out of it. But all I know is that they can't be happy on the inside. It's just science. Like, you wouldn't go on TikTok and make a video about someone you don't know, who's hardly famous, because you're happy on the inside. As much as we need to, like, we want to reply, we want to clarify, we want to be like, actually, what's the fucking point? Because if you go on TikTok and you make a hate video and it's your most viewed video, now what? I'm just gonna let you think that you won in the short game, but in the long game, it is about happiness, success, prosperity, and just having loving friends and family in a relationship. And, you know, sometimes
she makes a point.
Keep your wife off the
motherfucking internet.
That's true.
Why does your wife have a microphone in her face? Do not allow your wife to start a motherfucking podcast, bro. Okay, there can be one entertainer in this family, and it shall be me. I'm the comedian. I'm out here on this road. I'm out here getting the money. Let me use some of this money to help you do some other things, yo. Because you don't need a microphone in your face because you going to fuck around and ruin us. All right.
So at this point, there really isn't anything left to uncover. All the facts about them are out in the open, and the public reaction has already hardened into something permanent. So this whole thing has fundamentally changed how people see him. Like, once an audience decides that someone lacks self-respect, it's almost impossible to reverse that perception. Of course, Akaash is going to go on with his life and act like everything's fine, though, much like Brendan Schaub and Joe Rogan do, which is just completely odd. I mean, if there's an overwhelming negative opinion coming from your fan base, I feel like any normal person would want to fix that, but to each their own, I guess. Like, he'd rather bury this whole saga deep down inside of him, but whether he likes it or not, it's changed the trajectory of his image forever.
I'm not really
I'll tell you one thing, she was burying it deep down inside of her.
Thanks to Mood Canada.
Mood is third-party tested.
I keep hearing her voice when I was popping my, like, she was so proud of it. She was so proud of it. The distance in where, you know what though, chat? As a fellow brother, and I see my brethren going through it, we're quick to defend. But chat, where's the accountability? He knew who she was. Yeah, maybe she tricked him. Maybe she sold him a dream. I was a virgin. I'm a good girl. I might have done things, but I kept my virginity. I do this. I want to be a wife. Maybe she sold him top-notch shipments and he bought it. He paid for shipping and handling. But at the end of the day, that's a responsibility that we don't ask for, but we're given. As men and women in the dating game, that's your job. That's your job to while you're courting someone to figure out, is this person truly who they say they are? Is this person the person that I want to, be tied down with for the rest of my life? Is this person trustworthy? Is this person a liar? Is this person who they speak, all the good stuff, whatever you want to make it make sense. Is this person the person that who they claim to be? Is this person the person that they speak like and they speak about themselves? Are they telling the truth? What's this person hiding? That's your job. And some of us weren't really taught how to do that job. Some of us didn't have a pop sit down with you and say, listen, when you're meeting women, the first woman you get, especially you're growing up, you haven't been getting girls, you're gonna think you won. Take it easy. Women are smart. It's nothing against them. If you were a woman, I'd be telling you the same thing about men. Some men are smarter. Some women are smarter. They know how to play the game. They know how to finesse. You want to be careful. And even then you want to protect yourself. You're working hard for something, protect yourself. Sign papers, prenups. A woman doesn't like that. It is what it is. But you don't have to go through life pleasing everybody just to keep them in your life. You don't have to please the woman. You don't have to say, okay, you don't want me to do it. Okay, if you want to, be careful. Some of us didn't have that. And if someone didn't sit down and give you game, I can't really, expect you to know the game. So yeah, he dropped the ball a little bit. He's in for it. He's with her. But it is what it is, chat. It is what it is. Look at that face. That's the face of someone that has a good joke up his sleeve. You with me? You with me? Oh, you're not with me. Get out.